This is the world record speedrun for Kingdom Hearts, and I'll be reacting to it and going over all the details that you might miss. Huge shoutouts to Violin for achieving this insane time, and please check out his YouTube channel linked in the description. So I've been in the KH community for about 10 years now, and in that time, I honestly think that Kingdom Hearts 1 Any% is the most competitive and optimized category in Kingdom Hearts speedrunning, period. Like, there's obviously caveats to that, but in my opinion, that's pretty much how it is. This run is like just so optimized. It's pretty insane. I think it's genuinely insane how far the category has come. So we're gonna see just how fast it is, how optimized it is. So let's get started. Let me know if the volume is fine. I think it should be fine. I tested it. All right. So right off the bat, I'll point out that we use lotus timing for the PC version, and on the PC version you can also skip the opening cutscene.
You're right.
You cannot skip the opening cutscene in a lot of the other versions, but they started adding it in the Xbox version, and then they added it on PC. So PC is the best version to run, in my opinion, because you can remove loads, and because you can remove, and because you can skip the opening cutscene. I'll probably lower this a bit.
Those are rookie numbers. On to another 7.
Thank you, Spacey.
I hope not.
So, there's not too much happening here. The cutscene skips have been extremely fast. This is the first part where there's a lot of luck. So you need to kill these shadows in 2 combos, which he did perfectly right there. That's actually extremely fast. So that doesn't always happen. So this is already a point where like a lot of runs will die. Because if you don't get that opening combo, that loses you like 2 to 3 seconds. Oh yeah, my chat is in the same place as his. That's funny, actually. Oh no. If I move my chat, then it will look like his chat is my chat. I think what I'll do is just move. Let's see if I can do this. Wow. Wait, no, hang on. I think, I gotta fix this. There's not much happening, don't worry.
What's up, Drop? Thank you for the good luck.
Oh, this is probably better. I think his chat is better than ours? Come on. How could you say that? Okay, I think that's better. You can see his input display now. You can't... Okay, I think it's fine. Alright, so this is another really important fight. In the first 3 minutes, you have to do Shadows 2, which requires you to kill all these shadows ASAP. Actually, I'm really surprised at how this isn't as fast as it can be. That was, like, pretty good. But you can kill them in 2 combos. So you can save like another 5 seconds there, but like it's hard to describe how many runs you have to do to get it that fast. Like, to go as fast as Violin has went right now, you have to reset like 20 times. It's crazy. I don't know how often Violin gets there on like this good pace, but it's really hard to do Dark Side 1 this fast. And because it's the beginning of the game, it's like, it can drive you mad resetting to like a 5-second time loss on Dark Side 1. But you need to go like really fast here because the run is super optimized now. So like his PB right now has a 253 and he tied it to the millisecond. But yeah, like a 253 Dark Side 1 is extremely good. That's super fast.
Yes, gang.
So it would take a lot of resets to get here.
Power-ups.
Otherwise, he chose the staff and dropped the shield. The reason you do that is because you get magic, and you don't need defense. So that's the route that we choose in the speedrun. A lot of the other speedrun categories do sword to get more strength, I believe. But in beginner Any%, which is what we're watching, the way that the game works is that at a certain point, your strength hits the cap for the most damage you can do. So having more magic is actually better because you can do a lot more things with magic, which we'll be seeing. And then another thing to point out is that he chose top options on the kids, and that's because you level up faster for the whole game, because I believe it speeds up your levels until level 50.
No AP. Nope.
So that is just better for the speedrun, because we're never going to go much higher. I might be slightly wrong on how it works, but I know that it's the best one for the run. And then another thing, the last thing, is that he didn't use the defense ups. So when you choose beginner mode, you use strength ups, and you have strength ups, defense ups, and AP ups. And you only need to use the strength ups for the speedrun, because strength is obviously faster to have, but defense and AP are not necessary. We have enough AP, and defense is just not necessary at all. The defense ups we used to use for a very long time. It's a fairly recent thing, like the past few years, that we stopped using it, because it makes the run a lot scarier, but you save like maybe 5 seconds with it by skipping the defense ups. So towards the end of the game, you're gonna be like dying pretty fast, but it optimally saves like a few seconds in the beginning. This is day 2, just collecting all the items for the raft. This is the optimal route. Yes, it is spacey. The movement is like a pretty underrated aspect of the run. It's really important to get your movement right. Like a lot of new runners will struggle on movement and lose a lot of time to it. So having good movement is really important in this run. This game is kind of like a platformer slash action RPG, whereas in my opinion the other games are nowhere near as much platforming. KH3 kind of has it. In fact, KH3 has a lot of it. So in the run of that game, like, platforming is also important. But in this game, platforming is really important. This is the Riku race. So for this part, you're gonna want to win because it saves time. It's actually capped on how fast you can go. So right here, you don't want Riku to fall, by the way. If Riku falls there, you actually lose time. But you want to finish the race up to a certain point, and then you have to wait for Riku to show up at the end. So because you have to wait on Riku, it actually doesn't... You can't save more time than... Like, it's pretty easy to save the maximum amount of time here. You can make a couple movement mistakes and be fine. So you're going to see at the end here that you have to wait on Riku for quite a while. Now we're just waiting. And yeah, what you name the gummy ship doesn't matter at all. The game is in Japanese because Japanese text saves close to a minute. It's a lot of time saved from Japanese text. But right here coming up is a huge RNG section. So this run has a lot of RNG, which is partly what makes it like so hard to optimize. But this tree is like the best tree to get coconuts from. And he got 1 and 3. That is the best outcome right there. So that's best luck, is to get in 2 combos you get 2 coconuts. You can that can take as long as possible. So like you could just never get a coconut from that tree, and then have to switch trees. That's like worst RNG. Most of the time you get coconuts within like the first 5 combos. But getting 2 combo there is extremely lucky.
Streams in the past year, even though I haven't put out anything new.
The reason we go for that tree, like I said, the different trees have different RNGs, which is kind of weird. But that's the way it works. So there's other trees we passed by earlier on, and they like never drop coconuts. Like it's crazy how rare it is. But that tree right there is good.
YouTube.
I guess it's because it's like right next to Kairi.
I don't feel like paying for Spotify Premium.
Hey Sheila. Leveling up fast in the beginning is better for speedruns? Yes. Because like I said, so by the end of the game, we're not going to hit a high level anyway. So we're never going to hit that part of the game where our level ups become slower. So I think by the end of the game, we're like level 40. I actually have no idea. It's probably around there. It's like, I know we're not level 50. I think it might be like high 30s. or something like that. But yeah, so we never hit like it never matters to us that you level up slower later on. We'll find out in 90 minutes. Yeah, I was saying that, so we're playing on PC. Like I was saying, PC is the best version. There's one thing that makes PC like pretty different than other category than the console version, which I'll go over when we get there. But yeah, personally, I think PC is the best version to run, just because of the convenience factor and of load list timer. Because consoles have very different loads. If you have like a PS4 versus a PS5, you'll lose time to loads, whereas on PC, everyone has the same playing field. So this is a good dark side fight. He got the deflect on the orb. See, even this fight is actually really hard to get well. Like, that was a really good fight. That was actually extremely good. I need to start doing it that well. That was a super good fight. He deflected the orb back at dark side, which deals that like saves a hit on your combo. And doing low air combos. 48? Holy cow. Okay, I was wrong. We level... Wow. We actually end the run at level 48. Damn, that's crazy. I actually had no idea. That's so wild to me. You level up so much in this game. Oh, it's because you have the experience accessories. That's right. We also get accessories on beginner mode. Okay, so 4 hits on the shadows. That is good. So in order to get Leon to spawn, you need to kill 5 shadows. So that's why you killed an extra one right there. So you can do a few things. You can either walk around Auto Traverse Town, which is what everyone does as a kid. You just walk around and get lost, and then wonder what to do. Or you can kill 5 shadows. If you kill 5 shadows, and then enter this accessory shop, like and then leave, you'll spawn Leon. So that's what you do in the run, and it's really fast. He got the jump pattern, which is really lucky. It's not really lucky. I think it's a basically 50-50 chance if he jumps or throws a fireball. You want him to jump. He accidentally did a grounded finisher, which is a very easy thing to do. So as I was saying, doing fast air combos is like probably the hardest thing about the entire speedrun. Because the faster your air combos are, obviously the faster you go throughout the game. And so you have to flick your finger from like jumping to attack as fast as you can, but you can't do it too fast because then it won't register. So there's a timing to it, and then you have to time every hit after that to make sure that it's not too slow, because if you go too slow on the consecutive hits, then you'll do a ground finisher like he did. So every single combo that you do is incredibly precise and very hard. So keeping that up throughout the entire game is probably the hardest thing about the run. So we killed a soldier there. We're killing another 2 soldiers here. And that's to get a level up before guard armor. The level up actually makes a pretty big difference. Frame perfect air combos pain. Yeah, it's definitely not like frame perfect. At a certain point, it probably will become frame perfect, but it's pretty good. Like, there's probably only a few frames of leeway on some of these combos. So right here, you press triangle to make the party members attack the soldiers. I don't know if everyone knows about that mechanic, but if you press triangle, it will either call your party members towards you if you're not targeting anything, or it'll call the party members to attack what you're targeting. So we do that a lot throughout the run. And guard armor, so that was really good. This is a pretty hard fight to explain, but basically every time you break, a guard armor has like multiple animations that waste time. And so what happened there is that he broke all of the arms and limbs without causing the slow animations, which is hard to do because you only have a certain amount of time to do it. So like if he waited any longer to destroy some of the body parts there, then guard armor would have done a like break apart animation, which would cost like probably 3 or 4 seconds. It's a pretty bad time loss. So that fight, you basically just have to go as fast as you can to prevent that from happening. As long as you kill the limbs fast enough, then it should be fine. Because he'll always do that jump attack. But yeah, so 1106 guard armor is like pretty fucking crazy. That's extremely fast. I don't know if anyone's gone sub 11. I think Diana might have. But that's crazy fast. Menuing is another big part of this run. So that was a really fast menu right there. Violin actually went into the customized menu. I didn't know that he did that. I just learned that right now. I assume it's because he's used to the English controls. So that's a bit, like, that's an extra menu that you don't have to do. But a lot of runners have their own menus that they do for comfort, even though it's slower overall. And speaking of which, Violin puts on a gun as well, which is not necessary either. But it's just a comfort thing. So those are like time losses that you don't need to do. You don't need to have in the run. But it's like, they're pretty minor over the grand scheme of things. I think eventually the run will come to a point where you kind of need to stop doing that. But right now, like, losing 2 to 3 seconds on extra menuing isn't a big deal, as long as the rest of your run is like insane. Because the most important part of the run is getting every fight to be good. So like, as long as every fight is perfect, that makes up for like any time loss you have for most of the game. And now we have gummies. So now we enter the Q&A section. You got any questions, Spacey? So the gummies, you can't skip them. The reason that he made a tiny ship is because the more mass that is on your ship, the slower you go, which is kind of a weird mechanic. Like, it makes sense, but it's kind of funny. So so we make the smallest ship possible, and then we just use that. Like, it actually saves a lot of time over the course of the game. So if you want to make the gummies faster, just make a tiny ship. I want to know what Chidi's question is.
Thank you so much for the good luck. You take care, man.
We're in the lecture arc. Yeah, this isn't as much of a reaction as it is like a commentary, is it? Okay, now we're in Wonderland. So, fun fact, this cutscene right here used to be skippable. I think on the Xbox version is when they stopped, they prevented it from being skippable. I think it might be Xbox, it might be PC. But yeah, basically, for some reason, they made that cutscene unskippable now. I don't know why. It's very weird to me. There's like 2 unskippable cutscenes in the whole game, and that's one of them. Very weird. Okay, so it was only on PC that they added they made it unskippable, which is really weird.
Just type exclamation point YouTube.
Exclamation point YouTube. Who's the smelliest person in chat right now? It's you. Okay, so right there, you can get lucky and get Donald to fire one of those guys, but it's pretty fast to fire them all. Because when you start a fire, your next fires are faster. Because like he just shoots it like a, I don't know, like a machine gun. So
nice TMNT fan.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
That's cool.
You can just fire them all because you're so powerful on beginner mode. Now this is the hardest part of the entire speedrun. I'm not even kidding. These boxes drop 1 frame apart, and the first one that drops is the one that has the soldier in it. Why did they program it that way? I don't understand. But it's like literally the hardest minigame in all of video gaming. It's literally like 1 frame difference. And he had to watch the boxes and see which one dropped 1 frame earlier to get the soldier spawn. And it's important to get the soldier because that saves time by skipping the animation of the party members getting caged. That fight was extremely good. This is an insane speedrun.
Thank you for the good luck.
This run's crazy.
A dab.
So easier than Ice Cream Beat? I don't agree, man.
You're gonna have to wait.
Dude, this run is actually bananas. Holy cow. I did not realize how fast the early game was. Jesus Christ. Yeah, basically, I mean, this is a perfect run so far. Like, no mistakes. No mistakes. Pretty good luck on everything. Like, literally, I can't even think of, like, anything to go faster here. Like, there was a mistake on Leon. That was, like, probably the biggest mistake of the whole run, is doing a ground finisher on Leon. So far. Crank Tower is a weird fight, by the way. You have to intentionally delay your air combos on it. It has weird specifics. I can go into it a bit. Basically, like, your finishers do 5 damage, and then your hits do 1 damage. The cranks have 25 health. The non-cranks, like, the base of the tower has 15 health. And if you attack too fast, then your finisher doesn't register, so you don't get the 5 damage. So you have to delay your combo so that the finisher registers and you get the 5 damage off. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, that was interesting movement right there. All you have to do to trigger Trickmaster is light those 2 candles and then come back. And this fight can be a little bit difficult. He gets that extra finisher there, which is extremely hard to do. But basically you just jump high and try to hit him when he stands up, like right there. So we used to jump on the chair, but you don't have to do that. Yeah, there we go. I thought he was like 1 hit away. You dabbed, man.
Good enough?
Yeah, so you just jump straight up and attack. It can be pretty tight, because you have to be like at the apex of your jump to hit him. And hopefully party members will help you out there. Yeah, 1723 is extremely fast. Like I said, this is pretty much like a perfect speedrun so far. This guy did not ping? Oh, crap.
I'm getting hungry. That's not good.
Oh, shit, he's getting hungry.
Jordan, thanks for the good luck, man.
Guys, you think that he'll make it? You think that'll ruin the run? This is such a good run so far. It's a really good pace. What if he gets too hungry? I'm not dabbing, man. You can't redeem dab. It doesn't exist.
You're good. Nice.
Give him some of your beans. The ever elusive Cheshire cat. You didn't spell that right. Cheshire cat. Bro, you're gonna jinx him? Wait, you think I could? Actually, I'm gonna play ads here. Is it worth to pause to help not lose the box pick? What do you mean, wow? Yeah, I tested pause buffering on the presents. So the evidence boxes that I was saying earlier, that there's like 1 frame apart on which one drops first. You can pause buffer it, but the pause buffering in this game is pretty bad. So when I tested pausing, it didn't seem to help very much. I think it's not worth it. Like, you lose time to pausing to begin with, and it doesn't save a lot. It saves 2.5 seconds. I didn't mention that. If you get the right evidence box, it saves 2.5 seconds. So I would say it's not worth pausing for it.
Yo, what's up, Juliana? Thanks for the good luck.
Especially because
How are you
at the top level, I think most runners are getting it pretty consistently. Like, I think I'm probably like at least 75% on it. And a lot of other runners I watch, I never see them miss it.
RNG manipulation? Nope.
The haters Discord is having a meeting, RN.
Thank you, Andrew.
Alright, here we go. Sabor 1, the hardest boss in the game. You need to do 6 hits or 7 if you do an extra non-finisher hit.
20 flat.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
20 flat is so fast. That's so fast.
Tired, but
Jesus
doing well.
Christ,
That's
man.
good.
It's so fast. It's hard to describe how like hard it is to get over time like this. Like, if you, it's not even just not making mistakes. It's like also being just extremely fast. Like, it's crazy. Your fastest is 1955. What's your best god armor?
Thank you, Andrew.
You should go this fast in your next run. Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh yeah, the slide collection is one of my favorite parts of the run, just because I like the movement there. The movement's really fun.
L or an I?
If you saw the way you collected the slides. So when you collect the slides, there's a cool thing you can do where you can dodge roll, and then skip the text box mid dodge roll, and you won't lose any time because you're still dodge rolling when you do it.
Yeah.
So we try to like do movement during the text box
crazy.
to save time that way. That's different movement there. Interesting. Oh, 11 flat. That's funny. Okay. Yeah.
It's an I. Okay. Cool.
So as I was mentioning, this run has been getting optimized. Like, I've been in the community for 10 years. Honestly, the run hasn't changed a lot in the past, like, I don't want to be, I'm probably going to be wrong about this, but like,
What's up, Sophie?
the past like 6 or 7 years, the run hasn't changed much. Like, the biggest route change, the last biggest route change was like Dumbo skip. And
I'm doing great.
basically since then, we haven't had any like crazy time saves. It's just been going faster. And that's why the run is so fast now, because like, yeah. So right there, those power was really fast. Just killing. They died at 2 blizzards, or a blizzard and 1 hit. So you have to pay attention to which ones get hit by blizzard. On that first fight, it's pretty easy because you can blizzard all of them as much as you want. You have like 6 blizzards. But here you have to actually conserve your magic. So right there, you want to catch those 3. Dude, that blizzard missing everything was really bad.
I don't know why I used another blizzard.
Yeah, this is a really bad fight.
That was a misplay.
It was a misplay apparently. Yeah, no. So that was a tiny mistake right there. Like, that was probably the biggest mistake of the whole run. Is like missing 1 blizzard. But it's still not that bad. Like, he only lost a few seconds to it. And it also depends on like how the rest of it goes. So he has 1 magic here. That was a really good blizzard because it hit 3 of them. So we have an ether that Goofy had at the beginning of the game.
Whatever did.
And we saved that ether until now. And there's also a rare chance that Goofy would use the ether in guard armor, which means that you don't have an ether here, and that's probably like run dead at this level. But just another RNG element. So we use the ether here, so you can do this fight extremely fast. Normally, like sometimes you can kill like every power wild with the blizzards there, but that was really fast anyway.
About 46
because he was able to kill them quickly after. And now he has 3 MP for this fight, which is pretty important because you can get them all really fast, like this. Okay, I didn't realize that he walked backwards so far. You can like lure all the power wilds back, which that's a like somewhat of a newer find. We used to just like go in the middle and kill them all, but he walked backward to get all the power wilds to like group up, and then he can blizzard them all, which is really, really fast. So I think overall those power wilds were like pretty good, but probably a fairly big time loss, I would imagine here. On Sabor, we used fires to whittle down his health, or her health. Yeah, so this is... I can't tell. Yeah, it's like an 8-second time loss, yeah. Easily the biggest time loss so far. That fight is pretty easy because he dies really fast. Or she dies really fast, I keep forgetting. But Sabor's... you can do all air combos on Sabor instead. But if you do air combos on Sabor, it can potentially be like slightly faster. But it's really risky because Sabor can go into the woods. So we use fire to make it consistent. This fruit doesn't really have a health bar. It just dies in 15 hits, I think. I think it's either 12 or 15 hits. So you just have to do those hits. You want to combo the backside of it because you land sooner.
Force 2 of your
Yeah, 15 hits, and then you can jump back up sooner. That's why you go behind it.
Hope they have fun.
I actually timed it. It's like a few frames faster. You always combo to backside. What do you mean by that, Spacey? If you get lucky, Donald can fire Clay in here, and he did. Ooh, that was so good. That was crazy. I don't know if Violin just reacted to it or what. Alright, here's a cool thing called animation skip. So, if you knock him off of that platform when he phase transitions, it skips the animation of the thing becoming visible. And that saves 5 seconds.
Well, if you want your friends to buy
So
this game,
that's a really cool strat that was, again, like that was in the past few years we found that. Like you dodge roll backwards, you jump on the ledge, you have to do 2 really fast air combos, and then you knock him off of the ledge and skip the animation. And yeah, it saves a lot of time. Ooh, I like that movement right there. This is like one of the hardest movement rooms in the game because of this jump right here. This jump is really hard. Oh, that was so clean. That was so clean. Wow. That might be one of the best waterfall caverns I've ever seen. That's like harder than doing.
Oh, you said you forced them.
Super Mario 64 120 star world record.
I don't know where
getting that waterfall cavern that fast. That's how hard the movement is.
Inserted that into my head.
Yeah, so basically what happens to a lot of runners is that you miss that last jump. And if you miss that last jump, you can fall all the way back down and lose like 10 seconds. Yeah, that's basically harder than Carpulus. So that's a big reset point. Like there's a lot of reset points before you pass here. 25-21 play-in. Biggest time loss has been Power Wilds, I think, as far as my like mortal brain can tell.
Yeah, this is a pretty good pace right now.
Pretty good pace. He might get record. I don't know. Maybe. A lot can happen. I'm playing ads. What do you mean, dude? I'm just a concept. I wonder if we lose 18 seconds to opposite armor or not. That'd be a pretty... That'd be wild. That would basically kill the run. It would be over then. I hope not. Just make sure you send the ad rev to Violin. Dude, Violin's also playing ads. It's fine, man. Maybe. It got officially delayed? Wait, actually? Guys, breaking news. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link's release date has been postponed to an unspecific date following earlier delays. Oh, shit! I don't care. So this is the worst part of the run.
Okay, good.
In my opinion, because you have to go through 2 gummies. Because we don't have the warp gummy yet. So you have to go all the way back. I didn't explain it before, but like we don't go to Olympus because it is an optional world.
If you get too high of a score,
if you go to Olympus, then you get Thunder.
Like, cosmetic
and Thunder would actually be extremely useful.
And that takes up.
It would make fights like Power Wilds and Trickmaster
which makes the menu
extremely easy. They'd be completely free. But it would lose way too much time to go there to get Thunder. So we don't get Thunder for the entire game. We finished the game without Thunder.
So now is the
and like I said, Olympus is optional. So now we have to fly all the way back.
It's a master train.
Explain to them how ads work.
Only for 14 euros. Damn. That's pretty good.
Sending flashbacks and postponing 3 for 2 to 3 years in a row. But it's just a mobile game. It's weird because the beta was out. Thunder Schmunder. Not my next ARG. Alright, we made it back to Traverse Town here. Hooray. So, funny thing is that we actually left the first visit of Traverse Town through that save point, so that we still had the save point activated to re-enter from here. And we touch other save points throughout the game on purpose as well. So if you notice back in Deep Jungle,
Wait, really?
we touch a save point early on so that we can use it for Power Wilds.
So you're telling
Here,
me
you kill 2 of the yellow operas to get a faster despawn
93% off
on the gate.
Wait,
So right there, you got a blue menu. There's going to be a lot of moments in the game like that where you want a blue menu as fast as you can to activate like reaction commands. And so right there, you do 6 dodge rolls, do 2 blizzards to kill the yellow operas, and then you go to the right side of the wall in the back, and then you wait for them to despawn. And yeah, like a lot of the movement stuff in this game has pretty precise like setups to have a blue menu fast.
Oh, it's not. It's 33% off of the 60% off.
You have to
So
talk
what
to
it-
Leon
what does that
twice.
come out to? So it's not
There is an
90.
out of bounds you can do that you might have seen before on the English version, where you can do this earlier
it's a
on,
Pretty good deal.
but we can't do that on the Japanese version because they patched it out. It's a very weird thing because the English version came out after the Japanese version, but they patched it out of the Japanese version and not the English version. But there's no reason to get into that. It's just a weird difference. Japanese is still faster, regardless. So this entire visit is mostly movement stuff. Top runners are gonna be within like seconds of each other, like probably frames of each other in the movement here. Ooh, he got hit there. He just got freaking smacked in the back of the head.
You're welcome, Colin. I don't know.
This
what
run
you're
might be
thinking
dead
before,
now.
but
That
you're
was like
welcome.
plus 20 seconds. Platforming on those rocks is kind of hard. Yeah, it's weird subject, isn't it? Oh yeah, he modded in this music. That's funny.
What's up, Rig the trophy guy?
I thought about doing this. This is a good mod.
This run is good so far, but there's still a lot of the.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. You can.
For helping me know how to start speedrunning. Oh, no problem.
Violin is just a helpful guy. Yeah, so this part is like really annoying to me because you have to go through the gauntlet that is the early game, getting past Clayton. Then you have to go through Waterfall Cavern, which is that room that is really hard to platform in. And if you have a bad run up to this point, you're spending like 10 minutes ruminating on your time losses in early game. If you have a good run, then it's like fine. But because you have to like spend 10 minutes here, it's like a 10-minute break basically for like the run. Because it's not hard to do the movement like pretty clean, and gummy ship stuff
Yeah, I got
is
a
like
new world record a few days ago.
I'm not sure how long it is. Maybe like 4 to 5 minutes of gummies. So it's just like, it's a really long break you have here. And if you have a bad run, it sucks. If you have a good run, you're just praying that Agrabah goes well. I would consider Clayton like the end of early game, personally. So right there, you need to hit 1,250
I'm so
money.
close to being completely done with this game.
Completely done with this game. That never happens.
But also, so far, because
1,250 money is what you
12
need
more
because you need to
seconds
buy gummy parts from Sid in a minute here. So we sell the defense ups that we didn't use,
still a
and
lot
then
of
the
time to
accessories that we
save.
have. So you don't want to sell the
things
elixir
considered.
or White Fang. Those are the two things you cannot sell. If you sell them, the run is dead. The elixir, maybe it's not dead, but if you sell White Fang, it's dead. So it's in Japanese though. So we have to guess which one is White Fang, because you can't read. So we just completely guess. No, we don't do that. Right there we equip White Fang and then put experience accessory on Goofy. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's experience necklace, maybe. As long as it's on a party member, you still get the experience boost. So far we've been having an experience boost from having that on. And we'll keep it on. We'll keep the experience boost because we have it on Goofy. So that's why we're like pretty powerful from the power-ups and extra level ups. Another nice thing is that in Kingdom Hearts 1, you get experience from bosses, and they removed that, I'm thinking, like every other game. Except for Recom, or Com. I think every other game besides that stopped giving you experience. But yeah, so because we get experience from bosses, we level up a lot in the run.
Someone can go check that, I guess.
A game like Kingdom Hearts 2, we're pretty under-leveled because we don't get much experience throughout the game. But thankfully in this game, we do get quite a bit. Nice. So the reason we did Keyblade Swing there is because it kind of gives you a really tiny bit of height to make that jump. Right here we buy a better engine and we buy Haste G. So that is going to speed up the gummies as well. So the gummies are going to get a lot faster now. We warped to Wonderland because it's faster to go from Wonderland to the portal than it is from Traverse Town, even though it takes time to warp to Wonderland. And there it is. Haste G and engine. That seemed weird. It seemed like you didn't go very fast when you started to boost. Bro is FedEx. That's a weird thing to say, Trudy. Thank you for blessing my run, Rebel. Bro is eating iron. He's playing the enemy ships. He's playing the enemy ships. That's pretty funny. Who fake playing games and movies? Yeah, that's true. Has anyone experimented with the Haste 2G and Agrabah? I don't know. Well, yes. The answer is yes. I don't know if it's been experimented with, like, recently. Is it supposed to be 360p? It says it's on 720. It says it's on 720p. It does look like 360 though. You're right. I guess I have to restart the video. Alright. Alright, so I've been in the Kingdom Hearts community for 10 years. No, I'm not doing this. That was a Simply bit. I did raise it to 1080p though. That's where we'll put the sponsorship.
How much time in total does gummy ship levels take? Maybe.
We're not watching a Simply pod.
Minutes. Something like that.
So we climb up to Aladdin's house, talk to the carpet. There's a lot of text scenes in this game. We can't skip those. In Kingdom Hearts 2, like, they started making them skippable, but there's a lot of unskippable text scenes in this game, which is why Japanese is so much faster as well. We grab an item right there. We don't grab that many items. Yeah, I'm learning KH1 style. I'm thinking about learning this game. Now, this fight is one of the worst fights in the game. Their spawns are entirely random, and they also take forever to spawn. And they also jump around all over the place.
Like, this spread.
Like, look at it. Yeah, this is really bad. Oh my god, he recovered that so well.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, that was an
That was
extremely good
actually quite
recovery.
good. Somehow.
Because they were separated so much. Like, ideally, they're in a spot so that you can hit them all with Blizzard, like, without having to move at all. But right there, he had to keep target swapping to try to, like, gather them all up. And again, like, they jump around really fast. So if you let any of them go without hitting them, then they'll, like, fly around the screen, and it's annoying. So he played that extremely well.
Maybe Radical? I didn't see it, so...
We warp, so this is another place where we touch a save point and then warp back to Aladdin's house. And that just saves time over going back there manually. Ooh, that was so fast! No way! That was so fast. He got lucky that the bandit jumped at him so that his hit killed both, like, the green
you have a nice day.
stupid guy and the bandit at the same time. I think his name is Green Requiem. I don't know what he's called. Yeah, that room can be tough. We intentionally avoid spawning enemies on the bottom floor because it loses a lot of time. You can also get black fungus there. But on here we go. We have pot centipede here. So you want him to break through that wall, and then you want to kill him in the middle room here. The reason for that is because if you run all the way back here to this room, then it'll spawn you in that room when the fight's over. So it's extremely important that you kill him close enough that you can get here. And yeah, so I was mentioning that there's black fungus. There's black fungus, but there's 2 black fungus spawns you can get. One of them was earlier in Agrabah, and that one uses like 2 seconds or 3. The next one in Halloween Town uses like 8 seconds. So that is just a pure like RNG chance of losing time. And like there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like you can play better to remove it. It's just pure RNG that you might lose like 10 seconds to black fungus. So that's another annoying aspect of this run. Here, it takes 13 hits to kill the eyeballs, which is funny because it's the cage number. Oh, this is bad. Stupid. He got sniped by the fat bandit. Yeah, so you just jump behind that tiger eyes.
No, the voice
or lion eyes. I don't know. Jump behind the eyes and hit it. And then we purposely don't kill an eyeball until he like buries his head down, because if you kill the eyeball too fast, then he'll stay up there and it's slow. So that fight, there's a few specifics there. You can't just call the bandit fat. He's a fat-ass bandit. There's a cool thing right there. He did he jumped up the ledge and then turned around and shot the fire before he landed. So it's not easy to do that. It's like slightly hard. Cool trick. Some cool platforming here on the head. And now we're up to Jafar. We're going for 1 cycle. We are going for it. All of us. You're gonna do 2. He basically responds after 3 flinches. You do 2 hits and then a blizzard. And the blizzard causes him to put out the shield. He then tries to fly away after he shields. But if you hit him right before he flies away, he'll get staggered again. And so that's what we do. And that's how you get 1 cycle. That was good. He got 1 cycle. Let's go, dude. The run continues. The run continues. Whew. Tough fight. You also dodged the purple stuff there. We did it together. You can actually skip the purple stuff that Jafar does. It's called purple stuffless. If you have Aladdin in your party. Fun facts. Oh, wow. Holy shit. He shot like 10 blizzards there. I normally do like 8. That's the number I do, but I think he did like 10 there. So blizzard damages Jafar. That was kind of cool. It was actually extremely cool. He did like a target swap.
Slow fight.
That was wild. Yeah, I think he target swapped to Jafar on purpose. To get better positioning on Iago there. Because when Iago turns around, it gets really annoying. That's a fight you could lose like 10 seconds. Or more there. You could lose a lot of time if Iago gets away, but it's pretty easy to kill Iago before he flies all the way away. Oh yeah, so in this carpet escape section, you can die, and when you die, the game continues. There is no continue screen, you just continue the game. And the game acts like if you made it out without dying. So it's a very weird thing. I think this entire like carpet sequence I think is like not finished. I feel like it's like a beta. Like they didn't finish it right, I don't know. Yeah, I found a faster strat there. Rebel. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but if you say so, I actually found an extremely cool, awesome strat there. One of the biggest discoveries in all of Kingdom Hearts I actually found a few days ago. Not to brag. Saves 1 second over what Violin did there. I would point out though, Violin was going for what I'm calling task kill. He was like 1 hit away from dying at one point. If he hit another rock, he would have died sooner. And that is the fastest thing to do there. But task kill is like extremely hard in that minigame. Like extremely hard. It seems like a 1 in 1,000 to get it. It seems extremely hard, so very rare to get that. And yeah, the strat that I found is you hold right. And for some reason, holding right turns the corner faster, and you just save a second by doing that.
My favorite world is Hollow Bastion.
Maybe we just got better at getting it? Yeah. If there was like a setup for it, that'd be good. The problem is that if you just YOLO it, I feel like you're not gonna get it. So if you find like some sort of weird Ocarina of Time setup to get task kill, then that would be good. Because it's like actually pixel perfect to get hit by the rock. Oh, let's go, Rebel. So, we got Monstro. Hooray! We got Monstro. No, I'm kidding. So,
I had no idea.
on the PS2 version, you actually still get Monstro, but later on when you warp here, you can miss Monstro. They fixed that in this version, but yeah, that's not really relevant yet. Let's go! We got Monstro! Wish Atlantica was faster than Halloween Town. Oh yeah, Atlantica is actually a really cool world. You guys should check out All Worlds Run at some point. That's the other thing about Kingdom Hearts 1, is that every category is pretty fucking optimized. Because in the other Kingdom Hearts games, I might be throwing shade, but I don't mean it offensively. They're definitely nowhere near as optimized. But like in this game, every extended category is pretty fucking fast. I would say Podgy is doing a really good job of optimizing KH2. KH2's like PC KH2 is getting some fast stuff. Podgy's All Worlds run is really, really good, and so is Gold Crown now. Okay, so this is Chamber 3 skip. That is really hard. You have to time an air hit. Yet, first of all, you have to line up the camera, because the camera follows you room to room. So actually, the camera angle you have when you enter a door is the same. When you exit, like, it'll change how it is when you exit the room. So entering that room, you have to have the camera a certain way. Then you have to hold left and swing at the right time. If you swing too early, then you actually clank and you won't make it. So you have to swing at the right time, then land on that tiny cove, and then jump, and then hold right, like the frame that you jump or like after. And if you do it just right, you can land on that ledge and skip chamber 3. So it's called chamber 3 skip. It saves like maybe 4 seconds-ish, 3 to 5. And yeah, it's a really fun trick. Like, it's definitely consistent. Like, top runners can get it pretty often, but
for the first time,
it's just like a...
Monstro.
It's pretty hard to learn. Just a lot of precise movement there.
Hey, this just looks a lot like Monstro.
And for Parasite Cage, the fight is really straightforward. It's literally just air combo. But randomly, he'll break out and do attacks, and it'll lose you time.
I should do that.
I don't really know why that happens. If someone does know, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, sometimes he'll just break out. It seems like it's random. So he didn't break out there, so that's good. Nice little dodge roll off the ledge there.
Yo, what's up, Lamau?
Oh, that movement is slightly different than what I do.
Thank you so much, man.
I don't think
How
it's...
have you been?
I actually don't think it's better, but I'm not sure. About the same. Okay, so Parasite Cage 2 is the same, except at the beginning he tries to attack you, and if you combo fast enough, you can interrupt it. But this fight is actually easier because he will stay stunned no matter what. There's no like RNG of him breaking out. Yeah, that was a perfect fight. That entire Monstro was perfect. Party members can hit his head there and open up the stomach, and then you have to switch to you have to switch to doing 2 hits instead of 3.
Any music
because
lately?
He will stay stunned that way. So there's a whole backup strat if that happens. But that was a perfect fight.
To start back up the
I know people
music
have always said that about the party member thing, but I don't
really
agree because I don't understand what's different. Because like they'll hit him and he won't break out, and sometimes they'll hit him and he does break out.
Some of the most
so like what's different there?
Working on a music project.
Because I pressed triangle to like make them attack him and stuff, and it's fine.
Yeah, I will definitely hit you up if I need some more.
Yeah, I mean that might be it. I'm not sure.
Big Blue, maybe. I'm thinking right now, the next big collab is gonna be Hyrule Field theme from Ocarina of Time.
Oh shit, the Hyrule Field theme.
Orchestral collab of that. Dude,
yeah, if you guys didn't know, Violin
is such a meme.
can play violin.
I have a whole album art made for that too.
And makes music. So it's pretty cool.
I remember that. And I still haven't finished my Final Fantasy.
So we go back to Monstro here. Like I was saying, on the PS2 version, you can actually miss Monstro here.
I still need to do...
but yeah, we go here. We want to get Monstro on purpose because we get Flare G. And Flare G is just a better engine. It's an even better engine than the one we bought from Sid.
And then I was thinking... what is the theme called from FF15? Stranded something.
No, we just go over to
what is it called?
Wait, I'm stupid. Sorry, I don't know why I said Flare G. I was wrong.
Battle theme from Final Fantasy 1 through 10.
You get monster. You get what the hell? Dumbo. You get Dumbo there. You get Water Gleam.
I was planning to do.
You get Water Gleam
13
there.
and 15, and I guess I can include 14.
I don't know why I said. I don't know why I said Flare G. That was dumb.
Well, maybe I could do 11. 12 soundtrack isn't really that appealing to me, so I
yeah. So you get Water Gleam, which gives you Dumbo later on, which is going to be really important.
Much I can cover from 12.
Yeah, basically the same thing, I guess.
That's the problem.
Sure. Halloween Town is weird because there's only one save point. You guys ever think about that?
12 music is so serious. Like
there's only one save point in this whole world. It makes me sad.
to cover.
So you grab a power-up right there. That power-up is important. Also really fast to get.
Anyway, feel free to put 3 numbers in the chat, 1 through 7, for a chance to win some bragging rights.
3 numbers in the chat, 1 through 7. I'm gonna say... What do you got guesses? 3 numbers, 1 through 7. I'm gonna say... 3, 5, 4. Take off Jack's Ethers, and use the power-up, put on Ray of Light, and then do abilities. If you noticed, we don't have Scan on yet. That's because we're just now equipping it. You might be like, why not put on Scan earlier? It's because it's literally not worth it. Like, the run is so optimized that it would just, like, it's just not worth doing. You don't need Scan at all. You don't even need it now, but it's... I think eventually it does become useful. So, like, especially on Ansem 2. Yeah. Like, you could technically never do it. But there's a few fights where I think it would matter a bit. Like, it helps,
but it has
for
to be
sure.
a battle theme. It's a battle theme collection.
Yo, nice style.
And I don't count boss themes either.
Yeah, so
That's
putting
what
on
I'm
Ray of
saying,
Light makes a big difference there.
battle
You kill
theme from
stuff
FF12
in
is
one
boring.
less Blizzard on those Heartless there. And he did a really weird thing that you wouldn't notice if I didn't point it out. But he
I'm
actually
sure there's
jumped
some
twice, and both jumps made the enemies
in
spawn
FF12 that
faster.
aren't
And that's like a
battle themes.
huge thing that is like crazy. But like after he killed the shadows, he jumped high,
Field music
made
and
the
battle
ghost spawn
music are the
faster,
same.
and then jumped again and like turned around, and that made the White Knight spawn. Okay, so here you can get white mushrooms, and that's actually bad luck because this rat is faster than fighting the white mushrooms. But yeah, that's called Graveyard Skip. So if you noticed, the enemies had spawned there. Whoa, that was weird.
Hello there.
And he had to do the reaction command before the red menu appeared.
7.
Was that 167? Yeah, it was. I don't think anyone got it right.
Play Chain of Memories before.
I'm gonna change my
Kingdom
guess to
Hearts 2,
167.
and
You can't
Days
just
to
change
Beat
your
after
guess.
Kingdom Hearts
You
2.
literally watched the video.
Never watch Days or play Days before KH2.
Oh yeah, so that minigame can lose you a lot of time. If you get
Even if Square Enix tells you to do
171,
so, 'cause they're
then you have to
incorrect.
do like an extra 5 dodge rolls, and that probably loses you. I don't know how much time you can lose, but it's probably a lot. And then on the flip side, if you get like 777, you're saving a lot of time because you don't have to move at all. So that minigame is kind of annoying.
Yeah, even with Star Wars, watch the movies in release order. Don't listen to George Lucas.
Don't listen to George Lucas. So here's the next room where you can get Black Fungus. He didn't get Black Fungus. That one loses you like 8 seconds. Man, this is so fucking fast, dude. I'm looking at his timer. He got there at 5:31. I get there at like 5:39. It's so fucking
Watching
fast.
the prequels first ruins the ending of episode 5.
This is gonna be a good split, I think.
Completely spoils the ending.
Like a really good split. But yeah, so if you get Black Fungus there, it's extremely annoying because you lose a lot of time to complete RNG. This run is completely Black Fungus free.
It also spoils a lot about episode 6.
Ooh, that was a good swing right there. Alright, here we go. Lock Shock Barrel. That can be really annoying. You want to target the correct kid that will blizzard every enemy. Like all 3 of them. So you want to make sure that your blizzard hits all of them. And yeah, if it doesn't, then you have to kill the last one manually. That was still 6 seconds off of his best. I don't get it.
Yes, days and
That doesn't make any sense to me.
memories are both very important, and the order matters a lot.
That's pretty nuts. I think the fight itself lasts a lot of time. Skill issue? What's your PB, by the way? I'm just wondering. Just a question.
Every Kingdom Hearts game except V-Cast is important.
38. Alright. We target and then Blizzard. Oh, it does? Okay, that's different. Oh. I just learned a new strat. PB shaming? I didn't say anything bad. I was just wondering. It was just a question, man. What the hell?
I don't like this.
Okay, so here's a thing called dice reflect. You need to deflect all 3 dice back at Oogie Boogie here. Oh my god. No! How did he get that?
Can't believe I got that.
How did he get that, dude? What the fuck? That was nuts. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, original code
That was
is not
crazy.
important. The very old.
I didn't think he was gonna get that. Yeah, that's got dice reflect. It's actually, I mean, it can be really tricky. Like right there, I thought for sure he missed it. But yeah, that's the thing where if you miss it, then the run's dead. Especially at this level, like, it's just over, I think. It's really insane how much has gone right in the run so far. Because if I think back, the biggest time loss is probably still Power Wilds. Like, what else happened? Monstro was perfect. Agrabah was also really good. Yeah, I think the biggest time loss has still been Power Wilds. In my eyes. I don't remember anything else being bad. It's crazy to think about that. Like, obviously there is time loss in other parts, but like, it's still nuts. Yeah, so this is an insane run.
What if I told you guys this run is even faster than yesterday's run?
No way, Violin, is it? This one's faster than yesterday, dude.
Which was my best pace ever.
Which was his best pace ever. Wait, this might be world record. I think he's on pace. Do you guys think he'll do it? That won't last? Oh shit. Yeah, he might miss hook ship. The run's gonna miss die when he misses hook ship. Put some predictions up. You think we should watch the movies in 928631574? Episode 9 first. And then you watch episode 4. Oh! I was wondering what happened here. So Violin puts on music and puts on shades. But I guess he removed it for the VOD to have...
I need some water.
To not be like blocked, so... Thank you, Violin. Thank you, Violin, for making my job easier. So there's text on the top of the screen that says hook ship 100%. Now you might be wondering, whoa, that's weird. When did they add that? So in every version of this game, hook ship spawning, if you don't do Atlantica and Halloween Town, is random. And whether or not you get it, you can lose 50 seconds in the run. So if this was the vanilla game, you could lose 50 seconds from not getting hook ship here. But on the PC version, we modded it out with this mod that makes you always get hook ship. So that coin toss of losing the entire run an hour in is gone now. And now I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, the game's modded, it doesn't count, it's a fake run. It's such a, like, it's like literally runs just die over halfway through the game because you got unlucky on like a coin toss. And it's just really annoying to run as a runner when that happens. So, like, you can think what you want, but as runners, like, we prefer to not have that happen. So we just run this category.
Bruh.
What was that noise?
Hello there.
Yeah, like every runner is happy that it exists. Personally, my philosophy is that, like, oh shit, he missed that. Oh shit! He just lost. That's like, dude, he just lost like 4 seconds. The run might be dead, man. Jesus Christ, that was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That was 7 minutes.
Thank you for the good luck.
You think so? Holy shit! No, that was actually the biggest time lost since Power Wilds. Damn.
Thank you, Magu and Stray Dark.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, I was just saying, my philosophy on like modded stuff like that. I think that as long as you like if you want to run the base vanilla game, you can just run console. But if you're playing on PC and you have all these quality of life options, I think it's nice to implement it. Like, I don't really care, personally. I don't care if the run isn't, like, legit or not. Anyway, here's Anti-Sora. This is the hardest fight in the game. I'm not kidding when I say that. I think it's the hardest fight in the game. You have to do insanely fast air combos and stop him insanely fast in between his retaliation. There's so much to explain, because there's so much that can go wrong here. But basically, in a perfect fight, he dies without breaking apart like that the entire time.
That's okay.
But sometimes he can start the fight by going underground, which is already like run dead. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong in that fight, and you have to be insanely good at the game to get a perfect fight. It's just like there's so much to that fight. Oh, I messed with the menu too, and it's not good. But yeah, so extremely fast air combos. You have to stop him at the right time. You have to get lucky. There's a lot of things in that fight. So a lot of runs die there. Like, if you get unlucky, you can straight up lose 10 seconds to the opening pattern, and you can't do anything about it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yo, Geek, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you, Geek. Let's go, Geek. This is our first Simba summon here. So we'll be summoning Simba a few times. We used to summon Simba a lot more, or at least a few more times. But nowadays we only summon him like twice maybe, or 3 times. Oh, he didn't dismiss Simba. That's interesting. That's a bit weird. Yeah, normally you dismiss Simba there so you can get party members to hit the ship. Yeah, the reason we don't summon Simba more is because the animation of summoning is long and you can't skip it. So we have Hook here. We do the same thing as Anti-Sora, except that it's way, way easier because he won't break out randomly. So we just do these combos on Hook. Optimally, you count the stops because then you know when he dies. So I think you do 6 stops, if I remember. So he knows that he's gonna die here. Yeah. That's a perfect fight right there. Cannot get much faster than that. Oh, that makes sense, Rebel.
Okay.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't even think about that. I had no idea that was even a risk. Yeah, so Hook there, he was doing very complex... He was doing like a very advanced strat, where you do 3 hits and then drop, and then do 2 hits and then stop. And we used to do 4 hits, and that includes the finisher, and then jump again, stop. But it's better to do 3, 2, stop, because you get another hit in. And yeah, like you'll notice a trend. Most of the time throughout the game, we avoid doing finishers after we get Air Combo Plus. And the reason for that is because the finisher is slow. Like, that's it. It's just slower to do the finisher. So... Wow, that was really fast, actually. What the heck? I mean, that movement is faster. Yeah, so we stopped doing the finisher after we get a combo plus. There's Flare G.
Hey, Redlocks, Happy New Year.
Keep Ray of Light on? I'm not sure what you mean, She-Luck.
It's not New Year yet.
Oh shit, the music. This is still a really good run, so... Yeah, the big... Dude, Neverland was so good. Other than that movement mistake. It was, like, so good. Having a Neverland that good is extremely hard. Yeah, Wood Record is usually a good run. Yeah, but it's even better than that, man. It's, like, a really good run, dude. Mods? Okay, so the audio cut out. I assumed that this part got copyrighted. Not gonna lie, you undersold it? What? Okay, so he did a fire when landing. That was not a mistake. He did that on purpose because that sets up your MP to have 3 yellow, like orange bars and 5 blue bars. So if you look at his MP now, he has 3 orange and 5 blue. And that's important because if he didn't do the fire, then I think he would just have 5 blue. And I'm not sure what it would be, but it wouldn't be this amount. So you actually get more MP by using a fire due to how the game works with the MP system. It's actually really cool, I think, that we can manipulate the MP system that way. Because, like, the way that they implemented the MP system, there are ways that, like, there are times when it's better to use a fire and then use, like, an item because you have more overall MP that way instead. So in Halloween Town, we did it too. When he was waiting on the graveyards, he did fires and then threw an ether because that gave him more MP overall. So I think it's really cool. Boy, I sure hope he doesn't lose a lot of time to RNG here. So, oh no, he broke apart. So if he breaks apart here, that's a straight up 10-second time loss, no matter what. Like, that's just a flat out 10 seconds. It's worse than getting both black fungi.
So cool. Fun and exciting.
Like, this is already plus maybe 12. And he hasn't recovered it the best.
You didn't go into cannon phase? What are you doing?
Because he has, yeah, so now... So remember how I mentioned that there's, like, break apart animations for guard armor? He went through, like, 4 extra animations there. So he got the bad luck of him separating, which is like a 10-second animation.
So cool.
It's like a 5-second animation. But then when that happens, when you break another body part, he does a breaker animation, and that's like another 5 seconds. Then you have to wait for him to put himself back together again before you can kill him. That's like another couple of seconds. And then right there, he got another animation afterwards. So I think he got like a lot of... He got like 3 or 4 extra animations there. If you get good luck, then you don't avoid all of them, but you avoid losing time to him. And there's actually a new strat that came out after this run happens that prevents you from getting bad luck, but it's a pretty hard strat. And we're not gonna worry about that right now. But he lost like, he lost what? 18 to his best? He lost almost 20 seconds there.
I don't know, Zorix. I'm feeling
pretty.
That's
a huge time loss.
After that fight.
I'm worried about it right now. I know, he lost 20 seconds there. It was such a good run too. It was like it was the god run. It's over now. GG. Do you think you can still PB? I don't know. It's gonna be really hard. He's red now. It's +3.
Would you recommend playing this with keyboard, mouse, or controller? Definitely controller. This game was
Gets to
made for
reset
controller.
soon? I wouldn't be surprised if he resets now. It's over. How did he know? I've asked about that fire like 4 times and you've never answered? Prove it. Okay, dude. Yeah, so let's recap the run, alright? So he's lost... he lost like 8 to Power Wilds. He lost... what else even was there? He lost time to Neverland movement. I think I might be forgetting something else. But I think the only ones I can remember is Power Wild's Neverland movement, and then Opposite Armor now. The Opposite Armor one was pretty big. That was actually a giant time loss. But yeah, altogether, that's like 20... like maybe 30 seconds that I can see, realistically.
Yeah, well, Sonic is built different.
Sonic is built different. But yeah, so... but I mean, like... the rest of the run has been, like, flawless, so... like, Neverland itself, getting Anti-Sora that good on a good run is extremely hard. And not getting any Black Fun guys either. Let's count the heart spins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's the longest load in the game. Imagine if it was 21. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was different because it's not my copy of the game. Like, I thought for sure it was gonna be less because Violin's loads are faster.
You can control the camera with the mouse.
Well, my loads are slower, like, that's for sure. But, yeah, I guess that one isn't slower. Or faster, I mean.
Yeah, the mouse is the camera.
A lot of movement here. Hollow Bastion is my favorite world in all of Kingdom Hearts. And I love it in the speedrun. There's a lot of cool stuff here.
What are we bragging about?
The music is fantastic. I like the movement here because you can go like I love optimizing things by like frames. So movement here, you can like make it really fast if you try. Right now we have the wooden sword, so we have to do magic on the defender up here.
On PC.
And so the strat is to use gravity and then have Beast kill the defender. So here's another RNG part of the run where Beast might not attack it. Yeah. So that was okay. That was good. I think Beast can attack faster if you're lucky. Yeah, you just rely on Beast there. There's like an extremely rare chance that he doesn't do anything. Then Beast gets stuck there. And he dies. Uh-oh, he lost at least 10 frames from having the nudge forward to the switch. Never understood why Sora could still use magic here without the Keyblade. He's just a magical boy, I guess. I'm reading Violin's chat. So here there are dark balls, and you need to despawn them to activate the switch. But if you go to the back corner, they all despawn, thankfully. That fight would be annoying if you had to fight them. And then there's like some cool tech to make them despawn faster, because for some strange reason, beast position determines how fast your view menu happens. So if beast is like farther away from the dark boss, then you'll get a blue menu faster, which I find extremely weird, but yeah. Don't press switch after you leave the dark boss. Don't press the switch after you leave the dark boss. Oh. Wait, what? Yes, I believe you. Okay, so Violin likes to go to this back corner. Oh, that, yeah. I don't like this corner personally, but this is what Violin does, and it's fine. I mean, his split is better than mine here, so. Oh, this is not a good fight, though. This is a really bad fight.
What is happening?
Oh, no. I didn't realize this is a bad fight. Damn. This is actually really bad. Holy cow.
That was so bad.
Yeah, that was 13 seconds there. Well, damn. So between opposite armor and Riku, he's lost like almost like 30 seconds compared to like a perfect run. What's your PB, by the way? Mine is a 149.50. Bro, just reset? Calm down, dude. It's really impressive how good this run ends up being with those time losses.
Screw me over.
And also not getting tilted. Because that's another big thing, is that like once you get... Like I would have been tilted off the face of the planet after that opposite armor. Like it would have been over. And the same with the Riku as well. Like I would be so tilted right now. But if you look at his best possible time here, it still says 146. Because Violin's Summa Best is like insane. If you don't know how this works, it's basically going off of his best split time. So if he matched his best ever splits for the rest of the entire game, he would get this time. Which is not going to happen. But the fact that it's still a 146 is pretty crazy, to be honest. Like, the early game made up for the time losses so far, because the early game was insane. It was cracked.
Ace, thank you so much for the 15-month resub. Welcome back to the Shade Brigade, and you are 3 months away from your pair of black shades.
Would he kill the category? Category is never dying. I am a believer that the run will never die, because you can always save another frame somewhere.
As well.
But the run is pretty fucking fast now. Like, Violin has had record for a while, right? I'm not sure how long Violin has had record now, but it's pretty... Like, to put some context, Violin is... Well... Violin is technically, like, 10 seconds ahead of the second best run ever done. But it's been 10 months since this record was set. And then third place is like a 148.43. So it's not easy to beat this run by any means at all. Like, it's gonna... Like, basically, a 147 is, like, the goal right now. And Violin might hit it this run. I guess we'll see. It's still on pace. What do you guys think? No, but my point is that 147 is like the last minute barrier. I think after 147, a 146 is like unheard of. Split is red, which means that the run is dead. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll bet $5 he doesn't get it. Oh no! Holy shit! Okay, you got lucky that Goofy killed the wizard.
Annoying.
Man, this has been a unfortunate Hollow Bastion so far. Actually dead now. I'm like mind blown that so many things have gone wrong in Hollow Bastion, and the run is still as good as it is. It's pretty nuts. Oh yeah, there's like blue squares everywhere. That's a weird glitch on the PC version if you have like a certain graphics card. If this gets world record, I'll gift 100 subs. Like to me, right? Thanks, man. So this is called Dumbo Skip. It's actually one of the coolest skips in the game. You summon Dumbo. This is the only reason we have Dumbo, by the way. Summon Dumbo. You can fly higher, like slightly higher, than Sora can jump. And so, if you dismiss Dumbo at the height of his flight, you can grab that ledge and skip all of the movement to get over here. Which is a lot of movement. You save a lot of time doing this. Thank you, Spacey, for the gift sub to 100 subs, man. Thank you for the 100 subs. Spacey already gifted 100 subs, so I can't anymore. Alright. So Maleficent is actually pretty simple. But there are a lot of things that can go wrong. So you do R's
What's up, Peter?
a few times. You do R's twice, ideally,
For the good luck.
to get some fast damage in, and then the rest is just air combos. The things that can go wrong is that if Donald casts Gravity on the platform, you lose like the entire run. Because when Maleficent falls down, she teleports away, or she'll like DM, and both of those things are like plus 15 to 20 seconds. So I mean, it wouldn't be run dead, I guess, but it would be pretty bad. It'd be extremely bad if that happened. So it's just unlucky if it does. Now Maleficent. This is one of the coolest fights in a run, and also like one of the hardest. This is kind of like, as a new runner, this is like the fight. Like, you have to be good at air combos to do this strat, period. So this is like the test of like, are you good at doing air combos or not? And that was a perfect fight. Like a beautiful fight.
That wasn't a bad segment.
That was an insane fight, yeah. That was really good.
That was really good.
You copied me? Yeah, doing those air combos is pretty hard. So you have to do a full air combo into 2 hits into stop.
I may not be streaming tomorrow. I'm not too sure.
And to get all of that before Maleficent moves is hard.
I want to get a haircut tomorrow morning, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to stream. I might also get roped into some more Lethal Company tonight and wake up late tomorrow, so you never know.
I hope he streams tomorrow. Me too, man. And now Riku 2. Another one of my favorite fights.
The game is just too fun, man.
We do a neat thing to stun lock Riku here, but it's not easy to do. So first phase, we just do R's to do damage. Oh, he does that a little differently than I do. Okay. So yeah, you want him to lose a bar of health and go into second phase. And now, you want to stagger him. Ooh, okay, there we go. And now, the second hit of Sora's air combo is staggering Riku. And that stagger right there is like pretty precise. It's very precise. Like, it's definitely not frame perfect, but it's pretty tight to get that stagger. So you can beat Riku by infinitely looping him.
I think Lethal Company
with that precise stagger after his retaliation. But it's pretty hard to do. There's a couple ways of doing it. So we used to do ground combos there. And so you'd wait until Sora like took a
It's funny
step
to,
and then start the ground combo.
When you die,
And
it's funny
then
to see, like,
we after that we swapped to doing air
what your,
combos, and we used to do
teammates are
like
up to.
time our
Lethal
first
Company
air
is
hit
a
to stagger
co-op
him.
survival,
But now we do 2 hits and the second hit staggers him.
kinda horror game.
But yeah, you just keep him stunlocked there.
Where your goal is to like go into a base and find some.
This is
items
beginner
to
any
sell,
percent.
and you have to reach a certain quota. And inside of each.
Hope he
the
plays ads
bases
here. I'll
are,
play ads here for him, man. Don't worry.
Creatures you can encounter that can kill you, and it's a game you play with your
No
friends
worries, man.
online, and it has proximity chat and stuff. The proximity
So now we just have to
chat
walk
is
here as a
what
shadow.
makes the game really fun.
All right,
And there's
guys.
also a lot of
Why is he a
mods
heartless?
to improve the game even further. For
Because of your
example,
mummy,
there's
dude.
a mod where the enemies can mimic your
Was serious?
voices. So sometimes they can.
All right, do we have
trick
any
you with your friend's voice.
any questions, guys? Did I explain everything well? Is there anything
yesterday,
obvious I haven't explained yet? Oh, I haven't talked about the
during our
keyblade
last
switching.
session,
Keyblades are not really interesting in this
Dustin
game, in my opinion, because
died in a
all we
pit or
do
something, but then
is
there's an
swap
enemy
keyblades
still talking with Dustin's voice.
after we get a better keyblade. Because in this game,
So I thought
you
he was still
generally
alive.
almost always
And
get
then
a better
Fell to
keyblade
the bottom as well.
from each world. So pretty much we just swap keyblades to a better keyblade, and that's it. We never change to go
Lethal
back
Company's
to like another
$10.
keyblade.
It is the best.
The stats are just
$10
better,
I've ever
and so we
spent.
just swap them. What is Behemoth? You're fucking... Never mind. Why did he miss
Worth the
Bonkless?
$10.
Yeah, no, it's not like HU where you switch keyblades to have like abilities and stuff. They used the metal chocobo in this run.
Yeah, it's not really.
What
a
do you
fun
think,
game to play
Bozo?
solo.
I'm just kidding.
Definitely
That was a
A
joke.
game
Sorry,
to be played
man.
with friends.
We don't have the metal chocobo because that's from Olympus, man.
If you get like a party of 4 people or more, it's
Rip
fantastic.
Bozo. You can't just call people with a B word.
There's also a mod that increases the player cap, so you can
It
have
was a
like, up
joke.
to 30 people.
Alright. Aw. Doo-dee-doo-doo. It's like the last bit of movement. Well, actually, this is the last visit of Traverse Town. So,
Yeah, I grew up playing a lot of Call of Duty.
there's not much to it. You
Still
go
play
talk to
Call of
Sid, you go
Duty.
talk to Kyrie, then you talk to Sid again. Why no Atlantica? It saves a whole fight and endgame. Yeah, I didn't really explain it that well, but as I said before, if you don't do Atlantica, then there's a chance of missing Hookship in like the non-modded version. But you don't have to do Atlantica to begin with. You can skip Atlantica. I think you can skip Halloween Town as well. Like, you could do Atlantica instead of HG, right? Or no? Is that wrong?
I've been playing a decent amount of Warzone recently.
I don't know if that's right.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah? Yeah, I think you can skip Halloween Town for Atlantica if you wanted to. It's not faster in the run, though.
Camo in multiplayer. It's taking forever.
But yeah, just a tidbit.
The SMG challenge.
We have the Haste 2G now,
'cause you have to,
which we got from Hollow
you have to
Bastion.
hit someone with a stun
I skipped
grenade
over that
first
movement,
and then
but
kill
there's
them with
movement
the
in Hollow
SMG.
Bastion where you kill Wyvern to get Haste 2G.
You have to do that 15 times
And-
per SMG.
We have that gummy piece, which saves a lot of time. It makes the gummies way faster. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how fast it is.
Damn, Peter.
And yeah, this is one of the last gummies here. So a neat thing here is that when the screen swaps over to the next screen there, if you exit the gummy, it will let you warp to Hollow Bastion. Because you've already like unlocked that part of the route as soon as the screen flips over. So right when that happens, you can exit and go straight to Hollow Bastion. So we actually skipped part of the gummy there.
Welcome back,
Gummy
Tom.
skip, if you will.
How was the movie?
I don't like big bad octopus lady. Same. I don't like octopi. Bring in Beast to the party because Beast is really powerful. And now this is the biggest menu of the game. Good menu. He made one mistake in there, which is fine. Just like a second time lost
Really,
there.
dude?
Ooh, that ledge grab was also another second there. There's a new route change. You grab the Mega Elixir right here so that we can skip the Blue Trinity earlier on in Hollow Bastion. And it doesn't lose much time because you have to wait on that cycle anyway.
I was on best pace ever earlier and then lost 17 seconds to opposite armor RNG.
You want to spawn one wizard there. If you move ever so slightly more, you will spawn red Nocturnes, and that makes this a lot more annoying to get double skip. So we're doing double skip 2 here. This skip's going through all of the like going through the entire like Grand Hall of Hollow Bastion to get to the switch here. But we can't skip the elevator here. If we could skip the elevator, it would be pretty nuts. I think it would save a lot of time.
That being said, this run still has a lot of potential, so...
The run has potential. I thought it was dead. That's crazy. He does a gravity on the wizard so that the roar kills it in one hit. That was so fast. Wow. That was so fast. One roar, and it was over.
That is a certified Beast W, if you ask
That is
me.
a certified Beast W, man. It's not confidential. I've got potential. Yeah, so that Blue Trinity we used to grab, but we skip it and grab that Mega Elixir instead. Yeah, so that part right there was a big RNG segment in the run as well. So if Beast doesn't roar, then you lose a lot of time. Like, killing autos heartless, you pretty much have to have Beast roar at some point, because otherwise it takes way too long to kill them all. Now here's the last Dumbo skip, the same as the first one. They're not particularly hard in my opinion. As long as you do the actual movement as Dumbo as fast as you can, then you're never at risk of getting hit. But if you're slow at all when you're using Dumbo, then you have a chance of getting hit. And if you get hit, then it's over because you miss a skip. So yeah, it's not really like that difficult if you just go fast.
English loses 45.6 seconds to JP.
45.6. I did not know that. That sounds... It sounds so specific that it has to be right. So here's Behemoth. This fight is really annoying, because there's a lot of RNG in this fight too. That's really good damage, so you want that damage after the first knockdown. Now you need Goofy to throw an Ether, or Beast to throw an Ether. Or, sorry, Goofy to use MP Gift, I mean. Yeah, neither of them did it, so he just used his own Ether. We do have an extra Ether that we can use here if we need to. This is a bad fight because he fell off. Plus ratio. Yeah.
Why couldn't you just give me an ether earlier, Goofy?
Yeah, Goofy didn't use MP gifts. That was unlucky. A lot of that fight comes down to the
Blue
patterns
with NVIDIA
that Behemoth gives you.
graphics card.
And because you didn't have magic for the R's to begin with, I think that really fucked up the fight there. Having to throw the ether is pretty bad. Having the like perfect elevator fight, I think, made up for that fight a little bit, but it's still not
skip this cutscene
ideal.
because this cutscene is an unskippable cutscene that I cannot skip because it is unskippable and I am muting alerts.
Wait, why didn't you skip the cutscene? Does anyone know?
Too broke to have a 40.
Why isn't he running ads here? I'll run ads for you, man. Don't worry.
Does the bot work again on YouTube? I mean, you can test it.
Story enjoyer? So, I hope I haven't been, like... There's been a lot of time loss since the start of Hollow Bastion. But, again, it's, like, really hard to describe. Like, the time loss is a lot easier to notice than the time save. But, like, you look at that and you're like, oh, well, you can just easily beat that. Just don't do that. Just go faster, right? But it's like, to even have a run that was on this pace, entering Hollow Bastion, is insane. It takes thousands of runs. Violin's been running this game for years. And he's been running it, like, I feel like Violin ran this game a lot. Like, without many breaks. Because he ran a lot of different versions of it, too. There's a lot of versions of this game. You can run PS2 if you want. But yeah, Violin ran a lot of different versions. He ran Xbox. He ran PS4. He probably ran PS3 when it was out. Like, before PS4. And he'd been running it a lot, so... A lot of experience. Eat the ship now. What do you mean, Spacey? This bro must be so fucking hungry. Oh my god, he said he was hungry 10 minutes in. How is he gonna survive? Maybe he doesn't? Yeah, I guess we'll find out. End of the world. Last world of the game. This is where... Like... This is where hearts are broken. This is where dreams are crushed. This is where lives are ruined. This is where crying begins. Invisibles and Angel Stars can fuck up your run like it's no one's business. So this first fight is like the scariest fight in the entire game. You want to use gravities on all of them. That was perfect. So that is what should happen every time. But party members can fuck that up, and they can also just give you bad luck. And if any of them get away, then you lose like an instant 5. And if they DM, then you lose like another 10. So that's just like GG. And it's literally just like, it's so fucked. It's like 90% RNG, I think, anyway, if you just get unlucky there. Now, Angel Stars are much more in your control, but they can still fuck you over. Because they have an attack, he's doing it right now, where if that attack goes off, they spawn another Angel Star. If that happens, that's another like plus 15. So they can multiply. And so if both of them do that attack to multiply, it can be pretty tight to kill them both before they spawn another Angel Star. Like, in my opinion, you should always be able to catch them, as long as you play good. But it's pretty easy to fuck up there. So far, this has been perfect. Like, extremely solid. Both fights were very good. Can't go much faster at all.
Yeah, thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it.
Behemoth can be annoying as well. Oh, Donald helped out with gravity there. So we do ours after lowering his HP from the gravities. See, Violin's best segment says he can save 8 more seconds. I think that might be a fake best. I'm not calling him a cheater. I'm just saying I think that best might be bloated somehow. But E-Myth. Because that split was like perfect. No respect for the dead? That's what I thought, Violin, yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I figured that was the case. Yeah, so ignore the best segment. That was basically a best segment. Like, that was extremely good. Which, that makes up for a lot of the time lost in Hollow Bastion. Now, this part is kind of chill. We summon Simba, and this can get rid of all of the Olympus stuff. The Olympus portal enemies. So the way this area works is that the portals that you have to do are the worlds that you haven't sealed the keyhole in. So you haven't sealed the keyhole in Olympus or Atlantica, which means that you have to do those 2 portals in this world. If you did those worlds, then you wouldn't have to do them here. Obviously, that's not faster. But that's how it works. And yeah.
No idea.
He turned the camera, but Simba kills them all in 1 hit. If you charge it fully. Now we're gonna equip Ray of Light. So we have 9 MP, I think it is, yeah. Which is quite a bit of magic. Fires take out those guys. I think fire is pretty busted in this game. Just fire everything. Use gravities on the fish tanks. I don't know what they're called actually. I think there's something tanks. The big fish guys. Use gravities on them because it does a lot of damage. And then use fires after. Everyone shut up, he's got to focus. Get your MP back in 100 Acre. Aqua tanks, yeah. Now here's the next fight where shit can go wrong. You just spam gravities and pray to fucking RNGesus that they get hit by gravity. So this was not perfect. Like, if you're lucky, they can all go into the first gravity and just, like, die to 1 Rs. But that was still good. That was actually still extremely good. I love this fight. This fight is pretty cool. Yeah, that strat is, like, pretty consistent. That's, like, the only consistent invisible fight in the game. Is that one fight right there with 2 invisibles. And that Chernobog is a fun fight, but there's some RNG, again, with his patterns. So if he does Fire Pillar like he does here, I don't know if that's actually slower. But I think it is because you're not attacking him during the fire. So I'm pretty sure you want to avoid that at all costs. But it's completely RNG if he does it there. And then obviously like party member damage can be variant as well. But you want to hit 2 bars of HP before he does his next Fire Pillar. So if you take too long to hit 2 bars of health, Chernobog would do a long Fire Pillar, and that one loses a lot of time because you have to wait a long time for that to end. But he got it just fine here. That was a good fight. That's crazy, Rebel. Yeah, I wondered why we don't have Tornado there. I guess it's not worth the time. So we put on Super Glide. Unfortunately, we get Super Glide at the end of the game, but it's still worth putting on because it's really fast. And he has Final Rest. This fight gets really bad when we get to the, like, third wave. The Behemoth part is, like, the most consistent part of this fight. You want to do... It's the same concept as the other Behemoth. You do Gravities and then R's. And he equipped a Mega Elixir earlier on in Underworld, and that was to have it for Final Rest here. Because you need to refill your MP. You can actually get a blue menu and use a cottage instead, if you had one. But that's really complicated to do in the PC version for reasons that I won't get into. We kill Dark Boss with fires, and then we come to the back of the room and spam gravities after using stop. I wasn't sure if you would do the stop strat. I forgot if you did it or not. But yeah. You can do this with either stop or not using stop. Stop is a lot more consistent. Oh shit, that was fast. Okay. Holy fuck. I think stop is slower than getting extremely lucky with gravities, but it makes the fight much more consistent. I'm considering not doing the stops in the future, but I have to think about it. But yeah, that was yeah. You want to play it safe, yeah. Yeah, it's perfectly reasonable to do that stuff right now. So, I didn't really explain. As soon as you kill the Invisibles, you have to summon Simba, because you need to get a full charge on, I think it's like 6 full charges around there, and you have to instantly start charging up Simba. Otherwise, you won't get that last charge, and that kills every wave of Final Rest. But you need to make sure that Donald and Goofy are alive, and that every Invisible is dead, and then you need to summon Simba. So if you don't do all of those things, if you're not able to summon Simba, like, as soon as the Invisibles die, then you might lose the entire run to Final Rest. And that time, like, you actually do lose the run, because if you don't get to kill every wave with Simba, you lose, like, a minute. Like, that's 100% run dead. So it's one of the scarier parts of the run, because you have to do it right, or else it's over. You have a lot of time to summon Simba, but... a lot of things can go wrong. Like if Donald dies and you don't catch it, or if Goofy doesn't give you MP and you don't have enough MP for Simba. Now, entering Ansem. This fight is really annoying because it's at the end of the game, and it's probably the most random fight for the rest of the game. Wherever Ansem flies, you want Ansem to be in this corner. And so what we try to do is stagger him and push him to the corner back here. The problem is that after you do an R's right there, if you don't stagger him, like, see how I didn't stagger him there? That can be really bad. This is already actually a pretty bad start. But that can be really bad. See right here, he could just fly away.
Oh my god.
And if he flies away, then you lose a ton of time because he's not in this corner. The reason you want him in the corner is because you're able to attack him consistently and damage him the whole time. Whereas if he flies anywhere else, then you can basically not be able to touch him at all. So this is actually a pretty bad fight. Because he also got submitted. Or Donald got submitted, one of them did. And if he does that, then it can be annoying. So yeah, that fight was not ideal. It was a pretty good recovery. Like, it definitely went well. It just wasn't, like, perfect. And now, this fight is really consistent. It's really just a test of how fast you can do air combos. I actually love this fight, because, actually, I'm not gonna say it. I'm the first person who found this strat, because we used to do R's here, but we don't do R's here anymore. We just do air combos. And now we have MP for R's on Ansem without an elixir. Oh, he does R's here. Okay, interesting. The important part of this fight is that once he hits 2 bars of HP, he's gonna try to DM. So you have to set up his health in a way that right here, you do an R's, and that R's has to be timed well enough that it staggers Ansem before he DMs. So Ansem basically has a stagger period that's like as tight as Riku 2, but we use R's to do it because if you try doing it without using R's, it's extremely difficult. So we catch him with the R's, and the R's makes it really consistent. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong in that fight. That fight was like perfect. That was an extremely good fight. That made up for Ansem 1. Like, that was an incredibly good fight. It was kind of nuts. Ansem 2 can also give you a bad pattern. Here, use arrow to prevent having to heal as much, because healing uses a lot of time. The combos you do here, the positioning is really precise, because, like right there, he got 2 extra hits during that attack, which is really, really good. Like, so far it's been a perfect fight. This is a really fast fight. Like, getting this many hits on Ansem is crazy. Yeah, that was the best segment.
No freaking way.
It's gonna be, like, impossible to beat that. That was so good. He didn't even have the arrow again. That was an insane fight. There's RNG in the patterns that Ansem gives you as well. So if Ansem 3 gives you, like, bad patterns, you can get kind of fucked there. I think Violin only got, like, 1 of the bad patterns.
Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, that Shadows fight can end in, like, 2 hours, but he had to do a lot of extra hits there. It's pretty unlucky. So that fight is pretty random, and then we go to a consistent fight here. This is probably one of the most consistent fights in all of Final fights. We do an R's on that guy, then do an R's on this guy. Then we do an air combo on this guy, and then we R's on these guys. Oh shit, he fell. Okay, it's fine. If you don't do that fast enough, then Ansem will push you back, and that loses you a lot of time. So that would have ended the run if he missed that R's there. Now Violin does this cool strat, which looks awesome and it's super fast, but it's really hard to do because I can't do it. But this fight is fucking nuts.
Oh my god.
That was so
amazing.
fast. Getting a dark boss that fast is insane. So that kind of like made the whole, that brought back the whole run. He's green now. There's so much variance in all of Final fights. Like every single fight you can lose or gain like 5 seconds. Which is what makes this run also like really hard, is that you can have a really good run and then just lose a lot to Final fights. That did kill, officially killed 147 though. So this is not a 147, guys. I'm sorry to say. I owe Splix $5. This fight, we just use Goofy Tornado. We put on Goofy Tornado earlier after Ansem 1, and that's mostly for this fight and Ansem 4, because Goofy Tornado helps by doing extra damage. This is a very good face fight. And now Invisibles are actually pretty consistent, but if Goofy fucks with them, you can lose like 10 seconds. So this is the last bit of RNG. Like, that's why he just said, oh my god, because... Oh, actually, it was a really good fight, too. But yeah, like, if that could easily kill the run. So you're not actually out of it until you beat Invisibles.
Calm down, calm down, calm down.
That was such a good fight, damn. The main core is easy. Just have to use gravity. I haven't really like pointed it out, but if you die in like 3 hits, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 3 hits. So because we don't use the defense ups in the beginning of the game, if you use them, you would die in like 4 hits. So that actually makes Final Fights pretty scary. Like every fight he's done so far, you can die very easily. Arrow does help a lot though. So here, we use arrow on ourselves and hope that Down and Goofy do a lot of damage. You also manipulate the lasers that come out to hit only Sora, because if they hit Down and Goofy, then you lose auto damage. So it's very precise. If you actually looked at that right there, I'm gonna rewind. Right there, Violin was at 1 hit HP. So I think if he got hit by the explosion here, this would have killed him. Which is kind of funny. But yeah. Use the last Mega Elixir and then kill Ansem. And that's the run.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he did it!
Another one.
Another one, man!
Wow.
He did it again!
Another.
Can anyone stop him?
What?
Holy shit!
Skang. 50 gifted subs.
50 subs, dude? Is this live? Yeah.
Oh
Congrats,
my
Violin.
God, are you kidding me? 50 subs, bro?
50 subs,
Just
man.
like that, dude.
Yeah, this run's crazy.
148.03.
So the time to get now is a 147.
This soon.
And like I was saying, that is like the last minute barrier.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys, this run lost 17 seconds to opposite armor RNG.
It's really hard to imagine getting much better than that.
Oh my god, dude.
It's like
another PB.
Getting a mid 147 seems manageable, but anything past that
We
seems
are
pretty insane.
4 seconds away from 147.